Welcome to BizHub Bites, a short video series from the Oakton College Library designed to give you practical, bite-sized guidance you can use right away. Today, I am going to show you how to use Statista, one of our databases. How do you get to Statista? Right now, we are on the library's A to Z databases page. We have a total of 242 library databases to help you do research and find information. To get to Statista, you are going to toggle over the letter S, and it takes you to all of the databases under S, and they are alphabetized. You will find Statista near the bottom. So what is Statista? Statista is a research platform that brings together statistics, reports, infographics, and industry insights all in one place. Before we begin, I want to share that this video is really meant to help you get started with Statista. We will not cover every feature or every possible use today, however. The goal is really to help you feel comfortable exploring and confident taking the first steps. If you find yourself wanting a deeper dive, help with a specific assignment, or maybe guidance for a business or research project, the Oakton College Library offers one-on-one research support. You are always welcome to reach out, and we are happy to meet with you individually to go further. So here we are at Statista's homepage, and Statista is especially helpful when you need credible numbers you can trust. Whether you are working on your class assignment or presentation, building a business plan or pitch, or trying to understand customers, markets, or trends. One important thing to know is that Statista is updated regularly. That matters when an instructor, employer, or lender asks for current data. So even if you are not a numbers person, Statista is designed to help you understand data visually and clearly. So let us get started. And we're going to start with the search box. My biggest advice here is to start your search broad and then start to narrow down. Research is not about getting the perfect answer right away. It is about exploring and learning what questions to ask next. So, for example, let's say you're thinking about opening an ice cream shop. I would start by typing in ice cream into the search box. Notice that Statista does not give just one answer. Instead, it gives you many types of results, and that's a good thing. Strong research comes from comparing ideas, not from a single number. So, Statista has different content types. So your results may appear as a topic, as a report, as a statistic, or as an infographic. So I'm going to start with a statistic right here. It's a statistic. It was released in January 22nd, 2005. The title is Most Popular Ice Cream Flavors in Japan, the year 2024. So, statistics in Statista, these are individual data points shown as charts, graphs, or tables. Once you find a statistic you like, Statista really makes it easy to actually use that information. So here's a couple of things you can do with this statistic graph, right? You can actually save it to your favorites, which I already have. And if you go up to the star, you will see this saved in my favorites, okay? The next thing is you can set reminders, right? You can get email notifications once the information is updated. You can share this statistic. You can share it on social media, or you can email it to yourself. It also creates the citation for you in different formats, right? Because you want to make sure that you give credit to this source. And you can also print this statistic. Now, how do you save it for later? There's a few different download options. You can download it as a PDF. You can download it as an Excel a sheet, you can download it as an image or you can download it as a PowerPoint. Some of the other things that you want to pay close attention to is the source. Where is the information coming from, right? With so much misinformation out there, someone may ask you, well, where did this information come from? Well, great, because Statista has that information listed, right? So it gives you the source, where it came from, it gives you the source link, and it also gives you the release date. But it gives you some more other details, right? So it gives you that method, right? How was the information collected? It was collected through online surveys, okay? So a lot of detail, right? A lot of attention to detail goes in here. So this is especially powerful for students and entrepreneurs. And this is where Statista really helps your research grow. When you click the source, you often discover new reports, organizations, or data sets, right? You can actually keep going because there's recommended information in each click. And you don't have to do this work on your own, right? You can download this and you can put this directly into your presentation. Now let's go and take a look at some of the other content types here. Okay, so now we are going to go back to our results page and we're going to take a look at some of the other content types. So topics, okay? I'm going to go into the first result, which is a topic. Now, topics are curated overview pages that are focused on a single subject. They bring together related statistics, reports, and infographics in one place, making them an excellent starting point when you are unfamiliar with the topic or you're unsure how to narrow your focus. Topics really help users understand the broader context before diving into individual data points. So this is, so if you are really working on a business plan or working on an assignment, you may want to start with the topics, right? Because it brings together all of the information related to your topic. And take a look at what the title is. So this topic is really focused on ice cream and frozen desserts in the U.S. So everything is going to be related to U.S., right? And U.S. ice cream businesses. But it's going to include some statistics, right? It's going to give you an overview, and it's going to give you some further reports and some further information, right? So there's really a lot to unpack here. Going back to that results page, the other content type is a report, right? So reports are longer. They are in-depth documents that really analyze industries, markets, or trends. They go beyond individual numbers to explain what is happening and why it matters. Often this is going to include forecasts of the industry. It's going to give you some expert analysis and broader context. So if you're starting a business, a report may actually be a good place to start, right? You do not need to read every page closely, but you want to make sure that you're skimming summaries, looking at headings and visuals, right? Because they really give you some meaningful insight. Okay, so let's take a look at the report. So this is about 35 pages. It comes as a PDF, and you can download this, okay? But it definitely is going to give you a comprehensive overview of what the report's title. So this particular report is about ice cream lovers in Spain, right? So it's going to give you consumer insights on what people love about ice cream in Spain, right? But it gives you some related reports, and it also gives you some statistics that you may be interested in, okay? So that's a look at reports. And if we go back, our last content type is infographics, okay? Now, infographics, they present data in a visual narrative format, combining key statistics with brief explanations. So this one is titled UK Ice Cream Gains and Losses, okay? Looks like it was created in 2016, but here's that infographic, okay? So they are very helpful right? And they're very clear, they're engaging. They do work best when paired with statistics or reports. So keep that in mind. You can also download this chart and you can also embed it into your social media accounts. But, again, this is something that you are not creating. It's already been created for you and you have permission to use, okay? It also has the citation option down at the bottom. You can choose whatever citation format that you're required to use as a student in a course. But again, very helpful information. Now, if we go back to the results page, I just want to point out something else. So you have your filters on this right side, right? So filters help you take a big topic and make it more manageable, okay? So ice cream is a big topic, right? So you can also filter by location, right? So maybe you only want to learn about the ice cream industry in the United States. So you can filter here by location. So this is what I mean when I started in the beginning, and I said that you want to search very broadly. But as we learn more about the database and we dive deeper, we kind of start to narrow down. So if I'm only focusing in the United States, I'm going to make sure my location is United States. So that's updated. I don't need to change the content types. I'm okay with that. I don't need to change industry. Now you might want to change your publication date, right? So maybe you only want the last 5 years. So I'm going to just do the last 5 years here. And then filter by tags, right? So this is specific interests or subtopics, right? So maybe you're interested in ice cream brands. What are ice cream brands doing that you can implement, right? So I'm going to do ice cream brands. So, so instead of that 1,000 results we had at the beginning, now we're left with 31 results that are more closely related to what we're trying to search. Now, you don't need to use every filter, right? So 1 or 2 filters are more than enough, but you definitely can decide. So that is pretty much the statistics side.